stadium. There are inflection points throughout the season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, this is essential for both teams in the conference standings. While they have done well so far, they're both undefeated in league play. This will be the difference maker. Everybody having eyes on Indianapolis. The Big Ten champs will be backs against the wall. Whoever wins this game has the lead in the league and can make a huge statement come December. Reese?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Iamaleava. Looking to scramble. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. The give on the option. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Going to the running game. Picks up the first down. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Trojans! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have. Turning it on. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish.
There's a crease. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And the Trojans want to move quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the 1st, and they keep this drive alive.
Play fake, Iamaleava. Steps away to find some room. Throws to the tight end. The sure hands, it's Bowman. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I don't think you can out-throw this guy. I mean, just throw it as deep as you possibly can, Palmer. I don't think you had the arm for this guy because that dude can fly. Just throw it up down the field like he does right there, and he just goes and gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't have to overthink it, right, David? Just let your fastest guy run in a straight line, run by everybody, and make a big play down the field. That was just an easy fly route for the fastest player on the field, and, man, he makes the defense pay.
Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They feed him again. Makes it past the marker. Turns it on in midfield. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Shakes off the defender. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Got a little grass. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Iamaleava knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava finds a tight end down the gut. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Here we go. Ready, go. They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, USC.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Got enough for the first. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Michigan! He would not be denied.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Saying in the gun on third down. He fires one deep over the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throwing, Imaliava. He'll take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 16 team, the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Demon Deacons, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Underwood in the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Here's the return. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a crease to the left.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Here's Imaliava to throw. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Stepping to the right. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Iamaleava. Right on target this time. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Play action. Iamaleava. Under fire. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Under fire. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Looking for a gap. It's Hawkins. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Throwing, Underwood. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Finding some room. Picks up the 1st down. Gets it up to the 26-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and that paid off.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Hansen. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? run inside. It's Hawkins. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe some room here. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's Buchanan. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights off the defender. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. And now, after being stymied for this entire 2nd half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Iamaleava. Got a man, it's Bowman. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Here's the pressure. Got his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up...
There he goes! He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him
love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. The Trojans with the answer. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was him.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Inside the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down? Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They move on top here in the fourth. Big Blue with the response.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll go right back to it. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Iamaleava. Oh, they're after him. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Quarterback making checks. Booster. Go. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Throwing, Iamaleava. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it's caught inside the 25. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
As a defense, the important thing to understand about this situation is I know where they got to get to. They got to get to the end zone. I can drop back, play everything a little bit deeper, make them throw that ball underneath, come rally and tackle. So I got them in a very predictable situation.
So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.